1200 here, 1270. Then you have Ethereum. Ethereum also came down to like close to 800 odd, 810. Now at close to 9,900, 991. We'll cover the live prices in a moment. Now this is yesterday Litecoin touched close to 100. Yesterday, when I see yesterday, it was yesterday in the morning it touched 100. This chart yesterday evening it came to 120, so 120 to 150. Okay, so that's where the top three are, and then let's look at the. So here you have the top 25 Bitcoin. Everything is in green except for this DGD, which was up yesterday. So everything else is at least 5 to 30% up. ADA is up 30%, and so then here you go with Dash 18%, Monero 8%, Zcash 8%, IOTA 13%, Ven 22%, BTG, Bitcoin Gold 11%, Lisk 17%, Omisigo 14%. So they're all trying to come back to their normal, because they were undervalued. So now they're coming back to what their normal value is. So here this is Verge, 28%, XCM. This was in the news because the wallet got hacked, but this in itself is doing okay, 14%. SC 12%. Dogecoin is doing really well at 24%, and Swift at 26%. Okay, so that's kind of where things are. From a market capitalization standpoint, I think it's come down a bit, understandably, because of all the price movements that happened. So the FUD that was there in the market, this was good that the stock market lost. If you notice, stock market lost like close to 700 points. So this is telling us that Wells Fargo, the mortgage numbers are not good. We're looking at one more mortgage crisis pretty soon. Seems like stock market here lost $1 trillion this week, and nobody talks about it. They all say Bitcoin crashed, but Bitcoin is only 200 billion. Stock market has in 1 week they lost 1 trillion. Very, very major, significant losses. So if you are holding stocks, you know what I mean. So there's somehow I talk more about Bitcoin losses and cryptos losses, but there are more losses in stock, and that will continue because stocks are at extremely high levels and they have not come down, and now is the time for it to come down because all the hype and the media attention and everything that was required is done. So these tweets that I just quickly want to cover. Why it's so slow today? So this is telling a lot of the crypto card guys, like especially Visa. Visa has announced that they will treat the credit card transactions as cash advance, so they will put another 5%. But it's good to see that only less than 20% is on credit card, and the 80% or so is fiat. Okay, everyone trying to tighten the cryptos because they are all losing money. The banks and so they are trying their best to somehow stop people from buying cryptos, which is very difficult because that's where the growth is. So they're trying their best. All these banks, and Bank of America does not allow you to buy cryptos, and JP Morgan Chase, they don't allow you to buy cryptos so on their card. So just find a card that does it, or use your bank account. So this was what interesting yesterday. Actually, yesterday the Dow Jones fell till 700, and this was, as you can see, it touched 9,000, which was over $500-600 here. Good chart to see because stocks are tanking, but Bitcoin is stable. That's Bitcoin, as you can see, will be invested into the stocks. Now that the stocks are beginning to tank, Bitcoin will go up because that's where the growth is. Okay, so these are some of the older posts. Feel free to look at it. So look at this. There was some news. I don't know why India doesn't even have 1% of crypto, but somehow they were telling that India banned and it came down. But I don't think it had anything to do with it. All the Indian ministry is telling is there still Bitcoin is not legal tender, but you can still buy Bitcoin. You just can't use Bitcoin for trading, I guess, is what they're saying. Okay. Again, I'm glad that the FUD is over. I don't think Bitcoin will come down anytime soon again to those 8,000 levels. It has enough support now at 9,000. I'll talk about that in a moment. There was one more thing that was going on, this Bitcoin with Tether. Let me show you what I mean by that. Come on, why is it taking so long? This Tether, the Tether is tagged to US dollar. Some exchanges like Binance and Bitfinex in Asia don't have US dollar, so they have USDT, and Tether belongs to Bitfinex, and there's some issue with Tether. They don't have enough backing to the US dollar. I think that's what's causing some of this issues with the Tether. Indirectly, Bitfinex is having issues, so if you are in Bitfinex, watch out for that. Okay. Anything else interesting in the last day or two? I think I covered most of it. Yeah, so Tether got a subpoena from their because with their SEC. Facebook is banning ICO ads. It's just ICO, not cryptos. ICOs are kind of tricky. A lot of them are scam, and I'm glad they're banning it because if you're buying these ICOs, you need to. They're not banning crypto ads. They're banning ICOs. So you need to be watchful. Media just says they're banning Bitcoin. No, they're banning ICOs. SEC is also looking at ICOs assets because ICOs are kind of the number of scams in ICOs. So I don't want to in a way it's good to have regulations in the ICO market. So not every Tom, Dick and Harry can come with an ICO, which it looks like it is today. Okay. So what's going on with live pricing of Bitcoin? Bitcoin right now at 9,155. So it's up 5%, right? Bitcoin Cash up 4%. These are in the last 24 hours. Ethereum is up 5%, 957, and Litecoin up 14% because it was $100 yesterday this time, and now it's 145. So it's about it was up over 20%, and now settling down at 145. So really good upward trajectory. This was some profit taking here, which is common when it jumps from 8,000 to 9,400, which is $1,300, which is over 15% jump. So obviously there'll be some profit taking, and it's again gone up. So it is kind of going to hover in this 9,100, 9,400 range for some time today, which is good. Okay, so if you were able to buy in this, I'll show you the 1 hour candle. I know the system is very slow, so bear with me. I don't know why. If you were able to buy in this area, which is 8,000 odd, instead of just panicking, this was an excellent time to buy, because you would have seen this 15% jump in less than 12 hours. Okay, still a good price because as you know, it came down from higher numbers. It came down from 14,000. So from 14,000 it came down all the way till 7,500. This was the lowest point it touched, and now it's beginning to come back. I'm sure it will come back to its 11,000-12,000 numbers in the next day or two. Okay. Ethereum, same thing. When Bitcoin, somebody was asking me, Ethereum is strong, why is it coming down? No, all these coins have value only because Bitcoin has value. Okay. Yeah, Ethereum by itself is nothing else comes down, and that's exactly what happened when Bitcoin came down to 7,500. This came down to 700. Ethereum is 0.01 of Bitcoin. Okay, and now it's 900. Only reason it's going up is because Bitcoin is going up. Bitcoin is the driver, no matter what people say, and same thing goes to Litecoin. Okay, this was at 200 when Bitcoin was 12,000, and it touched, as you can see, $99, $100 yesterday when Bitcoin came to 7,500, and now it's gone up. So it will come back up to this levels 180, 190, because this is where it should be. So this is what you'd see. This is Bitcoin Cash again. There's no point in talking about this. This is I would call it a scam coin. I would stay away from Bitcoin Cash. There are a lot better coins than that. This is Bitcoin, right? So from 12,000, actually, if you can see, it came down from 19,000, right? So 19,000 first it came down till here, which is 12,000. From 12,000 it went up to 17,000. Since 17,000 came down till 8. This was a good time to buy. Again, it went up to 12, and it was around this 11, 12 for quite some time, with all this India FUD and China FUD and Tether and all these things that was going on, and the taxes. It came down to 7.5, and now it's beginning to go up. So it'll come back up to this level pretty soon in the next day or so till 12,000. Okay. So that's kind of where things are. I think it will be a positive week, and especially for Dow Jones. It will be a tough time for stocks, and I'll explain why. And it will be a good time for cryptos and tough time for stocks. Let me explain why. So in last one day, as you can see, it lost 600 points, and last 5 days it lost 665 points. So so if you can see, it's just like Bitcoin. Now it is in this correction phase, so it needs to come down till this level, which is 22,000. Okay, this is 22. So I'm expecting the stocks to come down within the next few days to 22,000, which is 4,000. As you can see, it's in the downward trend. If someone tells you it's going to go up, then good luck. It will come down, and I'll show you in the last 5 years what it did. This is where the support for stocks is. So technically it should come down to 15,000. I'm thinking later this year it will come down to 15,000. Okay. Yeah, because what goes up has to come down. Even you saw in Bitcoin, Bitcoin went up, right? So Bitcoin went up all the way to 19,000. So it came down to 8,000, 50%. And this went up from 15,000 to 25, 26,000. So it needs to come down to this 15, 16,000. I think you can see the sharp decline. There's nothing going on in the economy that will boost it up. There should be at least $300 to $500 billion in market every day to keep the market at this level. With everything going on in the economy and the way all the issues that are going on in the U.S. Political arena and the world arena. I'm thinking by summer it will come down to 20,000, if not more. Okay. So good luck with your stocks if you have, and same thing will happen to Sensex. Okay. So Sensex is also down. Bombay stock market, because some of you are from India watching, 900 points. 5 days it came down 900 points. See, 1 month the stocks, the peak is done. Okay.